Hello, I'm Kyle. They say you can't put baby in a corner. I'm an adult, so. Friendship. New movie. It's written and directed by Andrew DeYoung. This movie is funny as hell. It's about Craig. He's a lonely married guy whose wife survived her bout with cancer. One day, a package comes to his house that's not meant for him. He takes this package to his next door neighbor who's just moving in, Austin, played by Paul Rudd, and they form up a little bit of a friendship, a bond with one another. But something happens and they can no longer be friends again, and that slowly starts to eat away at Greg. And it leads to so many comedies of errors and mishaps that would just leave you laughing practically from the beginning of the end. Now, I will say, this movie is extremely funny if you are into Tim Robinson style of comedy. If you are not into that style of comedy, uh, I still would think there's some amusement you can get out of it from the fact that it's a dumb screwball, stupid ass comedy filmed like a psychological horror with very much tight zoom ins and pull outs in long shots with the music, this eerie, funny music in the background, uh, slowly setting up the scene that really does make this whole thing even more funny when the dumb shit starts to happen. If this wasn't a comedy, this movie would be like Joker, where it's just like this slow descent into madness, and you would just be sitting there in your seat the whole time squirming. And at times, even in this movie, even though it is not really a thriller or horror, even at times, the fact that this guy is so socially inept and he doesn't know how to take hints when to stop and doesn't know when he's overreaching and being overbearing leads to so many times when you're squirming and laughing at the same time while watching this movie, because Tim Robinson's character Greg, his social skills are non-existent practically. He tries to be charismatic, he tries to be funny. Paul Rudd characters who Tim Robinson think he is, but every time he tries it, he's just so bad at it. Like, you'll be at a funeral and your parents will be dead, and he'll just be like, "Hey, at least they finally get to rest." That's how most of these scenes are in this film, and every one of them are funny. That's kind of how Tim Robinson's comedy goes. You know, he puts himself in an awkward situation and just makes it more and more awkward to a point where he just starts screaming and, "Oh no, oh no, oh, oh." And every time you think it can't be funny, but every time he gets to that point where he's just screaming and hollering, it's funny. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Every time he starts to just holler and scream and yell and be overwhelmed, it's funny. He's mastered the craft of yelling comedy. He's just mastered it. He's like Will Ferrell in the early 2000s. Paul Rudd, he's funny in it. Kate Mara, she's good in it. Jack Dylan Glazer from The It, he's good in it. Kisses his mother on the mouth, which is just the most oddest thing in the world. But again, it's funny. This movie is just, it's funny. It's hilarious. Again, if you're in the Tim Robinson style of comedy, if you're not into this weird cringe comedy that just that just divulges into this overly cringe scape of yelling and misconstruing each other and awkwardness, then it probably won't work for you. But if you're into that style of comedy, this will work for you from beginning to the end, like it did for me. I like that style of comedy. I like a more upfront, regular comedy, but I also like the more surrealist, weird, cringy style of comedy as well, and awkward comedy. So it just kind of just worked for me as I was watching it, and I had a great time. I think it's really goddamn good, and I think it's the perfect style of movie, perfect style of comedy for this type of movie. So for that, I will give this friendship, baby, you're a 10, buddy. All right, you go out there and swish those hips and get those boys attracted and get fucked and everything like that. It's so beautiful, man. Thank you for watching. And as always, good and